What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 with our Japanese conquest. Obviously, we are doing very, very well, and the Axis is prevailing. Now, unfortunately, I am not too sure if this naval invasion is going to work. It looks like we are lacking sufficient intel in the Hawaiian Ridge. However, we did send the Pacific Fleet to guard this area. I just don't know where they are right now. And let's make repair priority medium. And then I guess they will make their way over. We could repair some of these vessels now. It is not really needed. And we obviously have some light cruisers, which are obviously doing a very, very decent job. Our Admiral is now level 7, giving us a better hit chance and better fleet coordination. And once these units are prepped and ready to go, I will activate them. We have 0% naval superiority, but require 50%. Where is the Mariana region? That doesn't make sense. And the West Emperor chain, that's why, so it's in here. But where is my fleet? They are in the Mariana region now. Which is where? Here. So I guess eventually they are going to move over. At least I pray that they do. And then we are going to control all of the West Emperor chain, the Hawaiian Ridge, and the Micronesian Gap. Let us go ahead and continue our upgrades. I guess getting better encryption might not be a bad play. Though if we wait literally 30 days, we could begin our industry. And I think that's actually what I will do. On December 28th, we are going to get our industry. Obviously, we have better construction, better concentrated industry, and then eventually we will get better production. Where is our fleet? Are we here yet? It has been a very long time. Are they moving? I am a little upset that they don't appear to be moving. Current engage is fire at will. We could create a new fleet, which was obviously exactly what we needed to do over here with our destroyers. But nevertheless, we are finally, it looks like we have some naval battles that are taking place. And we have sunk a destroyer. Here it is. We are now battling for control. Can we annihilate a battle cruiser and a battleship? We are going to try our best. We've sunk one. Wow. We have sunk a battle cruiser and a battleship, only losing a few planes. But here goes my Marines. This is all or nothing. This is the moment. I'm hoping that we can take Hawaii. If we can, everything would be a heck of a lot easier. We would definitely be able to secure this area very, very easily. We're going to need some radar stations, which looks like they have 0. Can we land? Watch it be, like, unoccupied. Like, how frustrating or how funny would that be? Are we really going to land? What? Like, sometimes the AI is so stupid. But anyway, you will go there. 10 of you, half of you will split in half. And then 3 of you will just protect this. And while we're here, can we build radar stations? Yes, we can. It says they have 0 radar, so that needs to go to the top. We are going to need some anti-air, because I don't want to get bombed. And we are going to be building some coastal forts, which I guess we have 0. So let's build a level 3 coastal fort. And the reason why I say that is I want a floating fortress, so I can control anything and everything. The fall of Pearl Harbor. Japanese forces have stormed and taken Honolulu, the largest city on the Hawaiian island of Oahu. The naval base at Pearl Harbor, former headquarters of the U.S. Pacific Fleet, has also fallen. According to witnesses, beleaguered American sailors and Marines retreated to Ford Island, where they continued to offer stubborn resistance until they were rejected to an intense artillery... Ah, whoops. I had an itch on my leg, and I pressed OK by accident. Well, as long as we own this area, we are eventually going to have to take the Johnston Atoll. And that is going to be my new plan. Pacific Fleet, We are now going to patrol all 3 of these. Can we do hold? You are now going to be stationed in Pearl Harbor, inside not Midway, but Hawaii. Search and destroy inside the Pacific Ridge, the Hawaiian Ridge, and the Central North Pacific. We are moving closer and closer to the U.S., though unfortunately we can't reach it just yet. I guess we're gonna have to go through Alaska. Let's begin garrisoning up Hawaii. Why are all of you going here? You don't need to. All you need to do is create a new naval invasion from here to the Johnston Atoll, and better yet, split you in half. That can't happen. And create a new naval invasion. A naval invasion to the Johnston Atoll, and then take the other half and do a new naval invasion from, I guess, Midway to these islands down here. I have no idea if it will work, but nevertheless, we do need to try. Do we have any new ships? Or better yet, did we take... yes, we did. We did take New Zealand. We didn't lose any ships, or any people, I should say. Though, we're missing 2. You need to move up. All 7 of you need to create an offensive line and take this. Activate when you are ready to go. And as long as this unit is still moving up, we will be fine. Okay, let's look at our resistance. Did we ever fix any of the issues? This doesn't look like any resistance at all. The only resistance we have left is Hong Kong. And let's garrison that. Send you on over when we can. We are repairing to the best of our ability, but very slowly, I might add. Now, I wonder if Hawaii had any resources. Not that I can see. But we're doing very, very well. Maybe eventually getting 10 more Marines and going island hopping down here in the southwest might not be a bad idea. While we are on the 25th of December, let us get construction and let us get better concentrated industry. That way we have better factory output. The US has lost Hawaii, so therefore they are losing this war. I just don't know how we're going to leap across the ocean. But we can certainly try. I think what we're going to have to do is go to Hawaii. And I guess, once we land on Hawaii, we are going to need a lot of light tanks. And we are going to use light tanks to just sail our way across Canada and try our best. We're down 6.1 thousand. Speaking of light tanks, I wonder, I would like this many. We are going to need maintenance companies, which we don't seem to have. Now, I wonder, do we need this much infantry equipment and this much motorized? Not really. So, let's save some steel and some factories. We are going to need improved artillery. We do need support equipment. But I guess we are going to be producing as many light tanks as we can get our hands on, which I guess isn't really all that many. Despite saving oil, we didn't get what we needed. But we've got about 4 lines of light tanks producing around about 20 a day, so it's not a bad number. We have some naval battles that are taking place. You are obviously doing a fantastic job inside New Zealand. All 20 of you are preparing for your battle. You need to now go here. Delete this. Activate when you're ready. I wonder if they need to even prepare for the plan. I guess not, because they're going now. Still have missing equipment in production, which is a little frustrating. Here comes all 10 of you. And we have a surplus of everything except light tanks, which I feel like that is exactly what we're going to need to obviously do our invasion. And you know what? Because we have so much equipment, we could even produce more units. And maybe even like 48 infantry units. I wonder, what would that look like? What's our weakest unit? Duplicate. And then name this the American Division. These are going to be the ones that are going to storm the U.S. Let us go for Recon Company, Logistics Companies, and we are probably going to save it like this. And actually, let's make them elite. And yes, producing 48 is my goal. I don't think we really need any more other than 1 and any more other than 2. And my goal is to produce 48 units. I have no idea if we're going to have enough equipment and artillery. But it looks like we do. All the way down. Can we upgrade them even more? By giving them more infantry, 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 and artillery. Do we have enough? We have enough equipment. Barely, and we barely don't have enough artillery. But obviously, as time goes on, we will get more and more artillery because we are producing quite a bit. And yes, we are obviously beginning our invasion of Alaska. And then once we take, I believe, Fairbanks, which is not in the right spot. Oh, here it is. Well, that's Anchorage. That's what I meant to say. Once we take Anchorage, which I was wondering why the port was on the left side. But anyway, so when we take Anchorage... Actually, Anchorage is here. Yes, Anchorage is here. Anyway, once we take Anchorage, we're going to remove all of Alaska and then take all of our troops and just flow through Canada and the U.S. As we get more and more, we should be fine. And I guess when we get some tanks, we will throw them on the U.S. battalions as well. You know what? We could even get motorized divisions. They don't require that many. And maybe instead of tanks, we would save some steel. Let's actually do that. I know I just disbanded one, but that's what we're going to do. How much steel do we have? We have a lot of steel now. Wasn't expecting that. And we can make even more. Got about 15 more oil. Can we get 15 more motorized? Yes, we can. Mechanized would probably be nice as well. Can we switch these out? The Americans. No, we need experience. But we could add... Nope, no, we can't even do that. We need experience. Well, I guess what will happen is once we finally land on the Alaskan shoreline, we will try our best to just, you know, continue swarming. How is everything going? Did we ever get any garrison troops inside Hawaii? I don't know. It says they're making their way over. It's gonna take a while, though. All of our other invasions seem to be going well. I don't see any other foreign territory other than this. So let's take that. Activate when you are ready to go. Let's actually delete this order. Split you in half. You will go here to there. And then you are going to try to remove other threats here as well. And I guess we will try to go for Guadalcanal, but that's probably not going to happen, so let's go there. Activate when you are ready to go, and we lack intel in the Solomon Sea. Looking at our units to the south, let's hold, search and destroy, Solomon Sea, Coral Sea, and the Tasmanian Sea. So the only thing that we're not protecting is the Great Australian Bight. Do we have any other ships? Yes, we do. We have 7. Let's group them together. Is there a carrier? Yes, there is. Let's group you together, giving you a level 3 admiral, search and destroy, and all we're trying to do is basically just protect a bunch of areas that we did not protect before. So we'll probably do something like this. And that way we have the Western Polynesian, the Eastern Micronesian, and the Mariana region. I do need to definitely protect the north. I can't believe we took Hawaii so easily. Like, that is very, very frustrating. It wasn't even protected. How is my invasion coming along? It says it's ready, but because we lacked naval superiority in the West Emperor chain and the Micronesian gap, that needs to change. Where is this? Let's hold. Micronesian gap and the West Emperor chain. We don't have access here. I wonder if that matters. We're gonna have to go to the Pacific Line Ridge in time. Can I find those new 7 units that I just produced? We'll go to hold, and then search and destroy inside here, here, and here. This will be my goal. And now we definitely have some protection, though they just need to, you know, eventually sail their way down. We now have better support equipment. Working on that. I don't think we're going to get mechanized because we don't have the steel. Obviously, getting maintenance companies would be very useful. Well, it's 1943 and I didn't get industry. That is saddening. I got 1 in industry, and I got 1 in construction. Says we have resistance to occupation in a few islands. Just 1. Inside Guam. I can't believe I'm forced to do this because the AI is not smart enough to garrison all the islands individually. Let's send you to Guam. And I guess we're probably going to get a dockyard. I don't even know. What are we... Speaking of construction and dockyards, we are obviously building up our industry, repairing what we can. This all should be permanent because, you know, we don't really have any real resistance. And I guess keep building up our civilian factories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm trying to get 15. 12, 13. Not building in there. 14 and 15. 1 in Beijing. All of these can go to the bottom. Can we take the airbase? I believe we can. All of you will now get a new offensive line all the way at the end of New Zealand. And it says nobody is making their way over, which I don't like. Send them all there. They now have all 10. You will do the same plan as before. I need the airbase. And New Zealand should fall. Sooner rather than later. How are the rest of my invasions coming along? We are about to take this island. Bismarck. It's a jungle. And we now have it. We're probably going to need to send people to Bismarck as well. But I guess we will wait in time. Guam is still obviously being under 64% resistance. The fall of Leningrad. They are still pushing. Leningrad has fallen. Soviet Union is probably nowhere near capitulation, though. If I can even find them. They're not fighting on behalf of the German-Polish War, so I don't have access to that. And obviously, I don't want to fight the Soviet Union if I don't need to. I would waste a lot of resources. Yikes. We need to send people to Hawaii. Garrison up whatever we can. And all we need to do, I guess, is we only needed to send 1, but I am going to send as many as I can. It looks like we now have a level 3 coastal fort, which is going to be useful. Still building up our radar. It is only level 2, so it's really not all that great, at least for now. Did we ever take this island? Yes, we did. That's very neat. I wasn't expecting it. I am now... yes, that is what happened. Let us send you to there. And these guys Did they ever make it? I don't know where they are. Yes, they did. You are going to go here. And then delete this line. Are there 10 people assigned? No. Okay, 10 and 10. Activate when you are ready to go. So we're cleaning up all of this United States mess. They are losing more and more heavy cruisers. Our radar stations are doing a fantastic job. What I really want are resources, and I don't know how to get them. German Reich is obviously claiming most of Azerbaijan. As long as we have all of these areas, we should be fine. We're obviously producing quite a bit of motorized, but they're not actually put on the American troops yet. I guess as time goes on, I wonder how many I'll need. Probably a lot. It is 1943, so let's get better night attack. And one day we have better military police. Let us get, I suppose, better engineering companies for better entrenchment. I am ready to begin my invasion of Hawaii, but all we really need are these 48 troops basically up and ready to go. They have enough equipment, but the longer we wait, the better off we will be. Okay, all 10 of you have done your jobs. You are going to go here. And I guess that's as far as you can go. You will go from here all the way down to this island. Activate when you are ready to go. Some of these naval invasions are a little tedious. I wish we could just basically have one Marine division. Instead of me obviously having to micromanage everything, I wish we could have somebody auto-assign Marine invasions. And obviously another problem is I wish all of these cavalry divisions, all of these military police, wouldn't necessarily be dumb enough to not be able to garrison up some islands and obviously remove oppression there. What can I do? Obviously sinking quite a bit of destroyers, but they are easy to produce. Soviet Union is just about done for, and because we didn't declare on the Soviet Union, I'm wondering if we're going to get anything. You know what? Do they have troops here? Yes, they do. They have a lot of troops. I was going to declare. I don't know if that's such a good idea. They definitely have a lot of manpower. I think I'm just going to let the Soviet Union fall. And I guess go for Alaska, because I feel like starting it earlier would be our best option. Though, ultimately, it's probably going to happen in November or October. Or maybe yet, once we take all of these islands, 70 days after that. So, basically 70 days after 14 days from now. Yeah, well, probably 3 more months and we are going to be there. How are we doing? Wellington hasn't even been conquered. I have outdated equipment being produced. I can now get more expensive infantry equipment. There goes my steel. I wonder why I have so much extra steel now. I didn't a minute ago. I wonder where it came from. I obviously stopped producing a lot of tanks. But you would think we would start producing carriers with the steel, but now we need oil. Which leads me to believe getting a few more oil might not be a bad idea. Pushing you to the top, and then obviously let's get a few naval dockyards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. These all need to go down. Okay, so basically industry first, and then we are going to be building up all of our naval dockyards. Though, don't get me wrong, some additional carriers would be nice, but they're not really necessary. Looking at the United States with our current intelligence, obviously it's not that great. They only have about 69 ships left, and I'm willing to bet that a lot of them are destroyers. And you know what? That's not even counting the ships inside the Atlantic. The German Reich is looking very, very scary. New Zealand has capitulated. Do they have any pockets of resistance? Not that I can see. Now, all 10 of you, I suppose, will make your way to this island. Activate when you are ready to go. And then, basically, once we land successful invasions in 3 days, assuming that we could take both of these, I will probably build up a radar station here. And I obviously am going to begin my naval invasion into Alaska. And speaking of that, I will probably need better infrastructure. Let's get level 6 infrastructure. And I guess let's try to get a level 3 naval base. I have no idea if either of these are going to work. But might as well start on them now. So that way, obviously, when we do make our way up to that island and then prepare for our naval invasion, they won't have to, you know, fight for supplies. Here we go. Is this going to be successful? We have tanks. We are pushing. It says less than a day. I'm going to be very sad if it doesn't go through. It looks like we're missing organization as well. But nevertheless, we should be fine. There it is. Can I begin building my radar stations? Yes, I can. I'm going to push it to the top, even though it's really not as important. Well, I guess it is important. But our number one priority are these naval bases and the infrastructure. And it looks like we've taken all of them. Or at least we've tried. You're going to be arriving very soon. Hopefully, maybe. Is this a glitch? No, it's not. Okay, we do need to garrison those islands. Those newly conquered islands. Let's garrison here. Or at least try to. Garrison this. Are we garrisoning Midway? Are we garrisoning Hawaii? Yes, we are. Okay, all 20 of you are now going to head up to begin your preparations for your invasion of Alaska. We obviously need to... Our number one priority is taking the naval base. And obviously Anchorage itself. And then all we need to do is basically prepare for all of our units. You know, just to begin. Or basically to land. I have been playing for a long time today. I keep stuttering. Well, let's take a look once again. Can we swap a few of these out for mobile battalions? Yes, we can. It says we're lacking equipment now. No, we're not. We are good to go. How much motorized do we have? We have a lot. So all we need is basically experience, and then we could move all of those to motorize. And we're producing a lot of them. Well, nevertheless, I think we are going to end this episode here. Thank you all for joining me. And in our next episode, we are going to begin our invasion of Alaska. Thank you again. I hope you all have an awesome day. Have a good one.